Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you are here. Today I want to create a collage, and I was kind of in a mood to do one of my vintage collages. You have seen me do a couple of pages in this book, and I'm kind of in a mood to do another one of these. But I want to try and make it more or less a fall one. However, I don't know what kind of images I have, but let's go through it and let's see if there's anything in here that we can make it look like fall. Maybe color-wise, or maybe I will add a few other things that I have on hand as well. I don't know if I'm going to find just fall pieces in here, and honestly I don't even remember if there was any fall images in here when I went through all my books and cut out all the images. But let's see what we can find. This has an orange and green background, so this is a possibility. I am just going to let's see what's all in here. How are you all doing today? I hope you're all doing well. It's getting colder and colder as the days go by, but that only means I have a little bit more time for being in the craft room, right? I have planted my tulips now already. I had almost forgotten about them already until we were cleaning everything out and getting rid of, pulling out all the carrots and everything. And I thought, oh my goodness, I still have 2 bags of new tulips I bought that I needed to plant. So I've done that. Okay, I don't know. There is an orangey background in there. Could we say that's fall? It looks like just a mirage in the background, maybe of a sunset. I don't know. You see more Christmas themed things in the vintage magazines versus fall. That looks like that could be a fall drink. Put that to the side. I'm definitely going to have some fun with some Christmas ones here. They're all going for a ride, and there's straw on there. But that, I don't know. I guess it could be a fall paper or fall picture here. Especially if I would add fall leaves to these trees. This paper is so fragile. Let's see what we can do here. I might trim a little bit at the top off. Let's see if I can turn this into a fall looking vintage page. This paper tears like butter. Okay, so the opposite page to this has this, and it's got the horses over here. So I definitely want to add the horses. As some of the places that you go visit in fall, they offer hay rides at their pumpkin patch. So why not add that in here? Gotta take off a little more than I would like to, but I can maybe use those other little pieces for a different collage. I'm gonna go ahead and start gluing things down, and let's see what happens. Maybe I should have used, I don't know, Mod Podge or something for this. I don't like that big gap here. I'd rather add something on the side here than have that big gap in the center. Oh boy, nope, I gotta leave it now. This paper is too fragile to take that back off. Well, this kind of makes me a little sad that I have that gap in there now. But maybe I can figure something out to add there. Okay. I would love to gather up some more old vintage magazines. If you have some laying around and you're watching and you don't use them, you should email me because I would buy them off of you. We were at a vintage shop a while ago, and they had a whole big box full of these old magazines, and I offered him like a good price if I was to take the whole box full versus paying separately for each magazine, and he still wanted way too much, so I decided not to take them. But thinking about it now, I think he wanted $80 cash for the whole box, and there was a ton of them in there. And versus, oh, I can't remember what they were each separately, maybe, I don't know, were they $7.99? Oh, I don't remember really. But thinking about it now, if I would have taken the whole box full and paid the cash for them, that would have been not too bad of a deal. You know, if we go, next time we go to the city, and we happen to go by there, maybe I'll go back and see if he still has them and offer him, I don't know, maybe make another offer and see if he's maybe changed his mind about asking so much for them. He may have. But it is in a city. It's an hour and a half away from us, and it's all the way on the other side of the city. So maybe next time we go to the city and we don't have all kinds of appointments and other plans, maybe we can go there, and I'd love to give him another offer. That vintage mall, oh my gosh, you could hardly even walk in there. But now that I have discovered a few of those places not too far away from us, like an hour and a half away, now I just want to keep going back. I keep thinking about going and looking. I just love browsing through antique and vintage shops. I think it is so fun. This actually belongs right here. Okay. I have to add something here. I'm just not quite sure what yet. But, so I pulled several other papers. I'll come back to this. I pulled a few other papers that would make an excellent vintage Thanksgiving page. So I think I'm going to do that too, because this video won't be too long because my pages are just very simple. But what I like to do is on a page that I have done a collage on in the back, I like to glue 2 pages together. Makes the pages a little bit stronger, plus I don't think I will ever fill this all the way up, each and every page, with vintage things. So I really love this. They're sitting down to Thanksgiving meal, and there is just a really nice saying here. We gather together, and in the very gathering there is renewal and strength. There is remembering and rejoicing. There is laughter. There is love. All part of it is ripped off here. There is joy and there is peace. The festive holidays have been part of America's heritage for more than centuries, and we growers who raise cranberry. Oh, this is a cranberry advertisement. But I thought this was just so precious, and I really would love to use this. And on this side, I was thinking of maybe adding this page here with the apple pie. I think it's apple pie. And then we've got some cake mix here, or cake. It looks like it could be like a golden cake made from Duncan Hines, and that used to be very popular to make Duncan Hines cake or cake mix boxes. I know you can still do that, but I don't think it is as popular anymore as it used to be. Here's another one. So I think I might make a little Thanksgiving page out of this here. I think that would look really nice. So I'm kind of thinking I will just take and glue down this whole page. I'll fit on here what fits on, and I'll trim off the rest, because I want to cut off as little as I have to from it. I mean, this could possibly be Christmas too, but I am going to go ahead and say it's Thanksgiving. And I'm just going to go ahead and glue this extra piece to the opposite side here. And this one I will go ahead and trim down. Okay, now I think it would be fun to add cake on here, and I'm gonna see if I can find some more food to glue down on this page here. Okay, I found this vintage looking doily, and I'm gonna add a piece of it to this corner here. Exactly like that. And I'll just go ahead and glue it down as well. And part of it can go on there, that's fine. And then we've got our cake. And I'm going to do, just to make it look a little bit more vintage on the side here, I'm going to just go ahead and add another piece of doily. I don't really want any of the white sticking out. I don't know, to me it kind of looks like it is maybe a tablecloth. No, my fingers are just as sticky as the page, so just wants to stick onto my fingers. So it almost looks like there's a piece of the tablecloth hanging over. And I'm just going to go ahead and just add more pieces going right up the top here. And once that's dried, I will just go ahead and cut that extra off on the side. Just adding a piece here. That way it just kind of blends all together. Now, I do have several pieces of different pies that I have cut out of magazines. And I could add a pie at the bottom. That looks like apple. And then we've got pumpkin. If I do this big pumpkin one, it covers up almost the entire piece of doily, and I don't want to cover it up all the way. I want to leave it partly exposed. So I'm going to add that one or this one. I think I'm going to go with this one. I like the look of this one. Gonna go ahead and darken the edges here. This way it kind of blends right into the doily. That is so pretty. I love how things can come together in the end and just everything just kind of blends right in. And I've got a little pumpkin sticker here. I did distress it slightly, but a pumpkin is a pumpkin, right? Whether it was from back in the day or not. Now, I feel like we need to have a little saying here of sorts. Let's see what I can find. Treasure this. I like that. Make it. You can always make it look older if it isn't older vintage. And that completes this page. See how simple that came together? I like it. I think it looks really nice. Very simple, but yet, you know, it just, this whole thing here reminds me of back in the day when we used to get together with our whole entire family. Like all the merry grandkids and everybody got together and everybody brought food, and we don't do that anymore, and it makes me incredibly sad. Now we do more or less just siblings, siblings that get together. But not like the whole extended family, and that I miss it. I miss it a lot. Okay, we need to go back. Nope. Which way did we go with that other one that we need to finish here? right here. We need to finish this. I need to find something that will work for over here. Okay. What do you think? Yay or nay? Not really, right? I just can't seem to find anything else that will work over here. Maybe I'll quickly page through my Ideals magazines and see if I can find something in there. So I found this in my Ideals magazine. This sort of looks like there is a fence, but maybe a path going on over here. And so let's see, maybe I can make this work. Probably would work better than what I had in mind. This is turning out to be harder than the other page, because I cannot seem to find something that will match in with this. Now this would sort of work if I really maybe distressed it and made it look a little bit more older in the color that this is, the rest of the pages. Let's see. Yep, that's starting to look better. Kind of blends in a little bit more with the page with the distressing. And that's exactly what we're going to do. I've got a little bit more of that doily left. And then I've got a pumpkin here. We'll add a pumpkin at the bottom. Did a little bit of layering. That always makes a big difference when you do a little bit of layering. So I just went ahead and added pieces of doily all around the edges, and I actually really like that look. It kind of blends right in with the whole straw theme and the hay wagon rides, because it looks kind of like hay, or rustic looking, with the way I ripped it and just kind of glued all along here, and then I added a pumpkin at each corner. So it actually ended up turning out quite nice, I think, and kind of blends it all in. Who knew what a doily could all do, right? So, oh, I should maybe put something right there. There's an empty spot. We can't have an empty spot now, can we? I don't think so. That's actually the perfect piece for it, even the shape of it. And just blend it kind of right into the page there. There. That actually worked out nicely. just lift it up for you so you can see it a little bit closer. You see the doily? It kind of matches in with the straw. I was so worried about what I was going to do to finish this off, but this actually turned out quite nice. And I'm not going to add leaves to the trees. I'm going to leave it like this because I really like it. I know not everything now will be vintage because the pages are from a vintage magazine, but I added a coffee stain doily and kind of distressed the pumpkins here a little bit as well. And oh goodness, yeah. Sometimes I'm like, I'm not even going to post this video when I create something. I'm like, this is not going to make the cut. But then in the end, it often turns out pretty nice. And then I'm like, yep, okay, this will be fine. So we did this one and we did this one. Which one is your favorite? That will be all for today. Wish you all a beautiful, a happy, blessed week. We'll talk to you soon, and thanks for watching.